Continuing with the mental disease for the third year student, MN Homeopathic Medical College. This is Dr. Shaurik Ghosh from the Department of Organ and Medicine, and in the last two lecture regarding the mental disease, we have given very shortly delivered the lecture first lecture on the aphorism number 210, what is the mental disease, and the second on the general idea about the mental disease from aphorism number 211 to 214. Now we will discuss about the types and treatment of the mental disease, that is starting from aphorism number 215. Now there are four types of mental disease. What we can say that type 1, this is there is no such numbering in this aphorism, so better we cannot say it as a type 1, 2, 3, 4. It is just for our remembering the four types. So first of all, the type of mental disease it's given in aphorism number 215, where that is the mental disease from corporeal to mental. Next is aphorism number 221. Aphorism number 221, that is the mental disease which is somewhat acute in nature. The third type of mental disease given in aphorism number of 224, where the mental disease of doubtful in origin. And the fourth type of mental disease given in aphorism number 225, where the mental disease is due to some emotional cause. So it is very easy. I have already divided this aphorism number 210 to 230. That is, first of all, we will read the definition from 210, then some idea about the mental disease from 211 to 215, 14, then the types 215 to 226. From 227 till the end, we will get some idea about the what to do and what not to do in the mental disease. So first of all, come to the first type of mental disease, that is the aphorism number 215. So 215, this says that although all the so-called mental and emotional diseases are nothing more than corporeal disease in which the symptom of derangement of the mind and disposition peculiar to each of them is increased, whilst the corporeal symptom declines more or less rapidly. It at length attains the most striking one-sidedness, almost as though it were a local disease in the invisible subtle organ of the mind or disposition. So why I am reading this book? Just to make a habit of you to read this book. Actually, this 215 aphorism says that the emotional or mental diseases, they may arise from the bodily or corporeal disease or the physical disease, where we see, according to the observation of Hahnemann, that the physical disease, the symptoms or the physical symptoms have been decreased constantly, but the mental symptom is increased. So this type of mental disease we may call it as the corporeal to mental. Now regarding this thing, I can say one matter, that sometimes we write that is the somatopsychic or psychosomatic. It is written in the reference books. It is not wrong, but it is not wrong. But the thing is that in this aphorism, Hahnemann has not written the somatopsychic or psychosomatic. Hahnemann has written that the corporeal to mental, and that is we should discuss this in this term only. I think that this is better, that we should discuss this as the corporeal to mental. And the examples of this corporeal to mental is given in aphorism number 216. Now 216, if we go through the aphorism, it is a big aphorism, so I am not completely reading it now, but we can get one example. The cases are not rare in which so-called corporeal disease that threatens to be fatal are suppuration of the lung or the deterioration of some other important viscous or some other disease of acute character, example in childhood, etc. becomes transformed into insanity, into a kind of melancholia or into mania by a rapid increase in the psychical symptom that are previously present. So this is one example we are getting, that in the childhood or in the or previously there is some suppuration of the lungs which is decreased in the symptoms or in the pathology, and the psychical symptom or the mental symptom started arising and increasing. These type of observations we can get in many other cases where we can say that this is a type, the corporeal to mental, and there we can get other examples also in this aphorism number 216. So this is the first type we are discussing about the mental disease, type of mental disease. First type of mental disease, corporeal to mental. So this corporeal to mental, how we should treat this? The treatment of this is given in aphorism number 217, 218, 219 and 220. So let us get a very in a very briefly, let us discuss about the treatment of this corporeal to mental. First of all, in this aphorism, if we go to aphorism number 217, it is written that in this disease we must have a very we must be very careful to make ourselves acquainted with the whole of the phenomena. Now we are getting the patient with mental symptom, but we are seeing that there is a past history of very severe type of physical disease. We know that in our case taking in homeopathy, the past history is very important. So if we are getting some past history of this type of physical disease, we have to get the total from the present condition of the disease till the past history of the disease. So we should get know the whole of the phenomena, both those belonging to the corporeal symptom and also and indeed particularly those appertaining to the accurate apprehension of the precise character of the chief symptom. So in these conditions we have to know the corporeal symptom or the symptom which was present previously. That is also we need to know, and thereafter at the same time we have to know the mental symptoms also, the predominating state of the mind and disposition. This symptom is also we need to require. Coming to 218 aphorism. To this collection of symptoms belongs to the first place the accurate description of all the phenomena of the previous so-called corporeal disease before it generated into a one-sided disease of the psychical symptom and become a disease of the mind and disposition. This may be learned from the report of the patient's friends. Now, when we are learning or knowing about the corporeal symptom, it may be that the patient cannot accurately describe the corporeal symptom, as because the patient himself is a mental patient. So it is not possible for a mental patient to give every answer to your query. There we must need the help of the patient's attendant. So the past history of the patient we have to know from the patient's friends. Friends means whoever the attendant or whoever the who is belonging to the patient's family, etc., who is acquainted with the patient. So 218, this gives us a hint that how to get the corporeal symptoms of the past history. That is, we can get it from the patient's friends. Next, 219. It is a very important aphorism for us, as because it says about the lucid interval. One thing is that we are getting the mental symptoms very predominantly. Whatever the patient is telling, the behavior of the patient, the symptoms of the mental symptom of the patient, we are getting it very clearly. Okay, we are getting the corporeal symptoms or the symptom of the past from the patient attendants. Okay, from aphorism 218. Now it is very important that during this mental disease, some types of mental disease is the mental symptom has reduced in some conditions. So there we can see that this part is called the lucid interval.